Welcome back to the Unheard Files. I'm Queen Peaches, and tonight's story hit different for me because this time I'm not talking about somebody I only learned about through research. I'm talking about somebody I knew, somebody I saw around Ridgecrest, somebody our community called Leak. This is the story of Malik Jamal Mallett, a young black man whose life was taken, whose death was dismissed, and whose family and friends have been fighting for justice ever since. Malik J. Mallett, born March 18, 1996, he was known as Leak. He grew up right here in Ridgecrest, California, played football, marched in band, played trumpet in church, and was loved out loud by everybody that knew him. I knew Malik. I knew the energy he carried. He was always respectful, always cool, always himself. Nobody deserves what happened to him, but especially not someone like him. On the night of July 30th, 2017, Malik went to a gathering, a party out here in Ridgecrest. Witnesses say he wasn't starting trouble. He was trying to break up a fight, trying to calm something down. But while he was doing that, he was stabbed in the chest. The man who stabbed him was named Richard White. You heard me. We're saying names on this show. And here's where the story goes from tragedy to injustice. When law enforcement arrived, people were detained, but nobody was arrested. Not that night, not the next day, not ever. Instead, Malik, a large black man, was labeled the aggressor, even though multiple witnesses said he was breaking up a fight. Even though the man who stabbed him wasn't tested for drugs, even though the toxicology report was only done on Malik, the system made up its mind quick, and it wasn't in Malik's favor. On what would have been his 22nd birthday, the community marched down China Lake Boulevard. Posters, photos, tears, justice for Malik signs in every direction. They marched again at Ridgecrest City Hall. Friends, family, kids who grew up with him, people who couldn't believe Ridgecrest would just let this pass. And I want to say this clearly. When the system won't investigate, when evidence is ignored, when everybody knows what happened, but nobody is held accountable, that's not self-defense. That's a life stolen and a community silenced. Malik wasn't a case file. He wasn't a headline. He was a person, a brother, a friend, a son, a whole future. So tonight, I'm using my platform to say his name again. Malik, Leak. Killed on July 30th, 2017. Case dismissed without justice. Family still fighting. Community still grieving. And I'm still remembering. This has been the Unheard Files. I'm Queen Peaches, and we don't forget our own. Stay watchful, stay royal, and stay real.
And I ask you, what would you do if your son was stabbed in cold blood in his cold